So once you're at this point, this would be a good time to save. So go ahead and save as, and you're going to use Adobe Illustrator. The one thing you can check here so you can see more options is this little triangle here. And I like to browse on the Mac using this column view. Some people like to see the icon view or the list view. But I like to use this column view. And so I'll go to my basic typography folder and I will save this file. And you want to use your naming convention. So you want to put whatever period you're in. I'm going to put 0. So you'll put first, second, third period, whatever period you're in. Put in your last name. Put in your first name. And the name of the project for this one is Basic Typography. So we'll just save that, your file, right in that Basic Typography folder. You can choose what version of Illustrator. This is the latest version of the CS6. And all these other things at default is just fine. Hit OK. And so now you're well on your way to getting your first things labeled here in the first project. So I'm going to take this second name here and just give me some space on this side, and I will take this box. I'm going to select the box. I'm going to hold shift, get the line and the labeling. I'm going to hold alt, click and drag, and whoops, try that again. Click here, and click the box. I'm going to hold alt, click and drag, and just copy those right over here, and I'll just move things around. And I will call this baseline. And what I'll do is I'll misspell this, baseline. I'll go to edit, spell check, start, and it sees my problem here, and I can just fix baseline with spell check. This right here, I can right click on this, go to arrange, send to back. So now I have that rectangle behind the line to kind of indicate that this is the baseline. Let's do one more label here. Let's draw a line to indicate the X height, and I can hold the shift button and that will allow me to draw a straight vertical line. These other lines here I was holding shift as well to keep those on a straight line. So I'll take this line here and I'll try to get it close. Let's put some arrowheads on this line. So I'll go to the stroke palette over here and I will click on this arrowhead and then this arrowhead. The thing that I notice is the arrowheads are real big on here, so I can change this size to 50%, change this one to 50, and make the arrowhead a little bit smaller. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And you'll see me excuse me, you'll see me zoom in a few different ways. Sometimes I use the zoom tool, which is the Z shortcut, so I can zoom in real tight if I need to. I'll also use the command plus and minus. So here's command minus, command plus, and I'm going to zoom in to that arrow that we're going to indicate as X height. So I'll take this word cap height and I'll alt click and drag it. I'll change the word cap to X and I'll put the word X height in here. I'll scoot the line over so I can give myself some space. And if I'm satisfied with that, what I can do is scoot this one over here, and I can make another arrow on this side. Except this time the arrow would be a little bit smaller because this font over here is a smaller X height. So right there. So now what we need to do, a couple more things, and I'll give you a break. What we need to do is label what font this is, and whether it's a serif or a sans serif. So this one is Lucilda Grand. I was hoping it would let me copy it there, so I'm going to type in Lucilda Grand. I'm going to triple click it, use the eyedropper tool, and I'm going to eyedropper this right here so that it has the same size as this other labeling that we have. I'll put that right here, and then I want you to indicate what type of font it is, and this one is a sans serif because it doesn't have serifs. This one is a serif over here, so let's go ahead and call this one a sans serif. Something else I like to do is center the text, so I'll take the text here and click on this centering button, and I can center it right under here. Now this one over here, this font is different. It's Baskerville, but I will take this same labeling over here and call this one a serif because it has the serifs, and I will call this one Baskerville. Just like that. Now you might want to, your labeling is starting to intrude on some of your other labeling, so what we can do is make these align with each other, and this one I can scoot over, and I'm going to use the direct select tool. This one's called the selection tool. This one's the direct select tool. I can edit some of these lines here by using the white arrow tool, clicking on that, and I'll just kind of scoot this thing over so that my baseline is indicated over here away from Baskerville. I'm going to switch back to the black arrow tool. The one other thing I'll do is my spell check. I'm going to skip that because I want it to be a lowercase x instead of a capital. I think that's the right spelling for that, and I think I'm going to ignore that. So these should be fine. So now definitely hit save on your file, which is the command button, Command S. Or you can go right here, File, Save. So you got the Part 1 done for your basic typography assignment. And now you should know what a sans serif is, a serif is, what the X height is, what the baseline is, and the cap height.